Xin Chao, what's up everybody? Getting the screen thumbnail for the video. So, this has been a question I've been getting in my email a lot lately. Email, Discord, comments on videos. So we're going to unwrap it, and I'm going to give you the best of my knowledge. Granted, I've been out of the game for, I don't know, almost 3 years. 2.5 years at least. Where and how do you meet women in Vietnam? Yeah, I know it's kind of cringy, but whatever. You got to cringe in sometimes. Let's cringe away. This has been asked a lot, like where do I go? What kind of bar do I go to? Blah, 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 blah. Well, first off, you don't have to go to a bar. I don't even recommend that. I got lucky that I met Winnie on Bui Vien the one time a year she goes there with her friends. That's usually not going to always happen, but you can meet women on Bui Vien, but that's not where I'd recommend. My one buddy does pretty good at just sitting at like a Highlands coffee. So, by the way, if you do like this video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. So, anyways, a lot of people ask me this question, and a lot of people are like, how do I go about it and stuff? There's a pretty interesting thing that happens in Southeast Asia, a lot in Vietnam and the Philippines, is, you know, they'll make eye contact with you and they'll kind of give you confirmation. So like you kind of get a go ahead, like if they're looking at you 2 or 3 times and you're somewhere and say they're alone or with another friend, don't feel shy to go up and strike a conversation, you know? Keep it short, keep it brief, be polite, don't be arrogant. And the way I do it is I just pull out my phone and open the contacts or open Zalo. Like here, Zalo's used so much. So if you are into that girl and, you know, she is single, you open the Zalo and you'll pull out your QR code and you'll just hand the phone over. Or you just get her contact info and you can do WhatsApp and all that stuff. But that's a pretty easy bet about it, you know. Couple eye confirmations and, yeah, don't feel shy. That's the big thing here. That's a real big difference from the West. Like, it's doable in the West, granted. It's way more doable here. Like I said, they'll give you body language affirmation in a pretty quick level of time if they're interested in having some kind of conversation with you. So like coffee shops are really good. All over malls, you can walk around a mall. You absolutely do not have to go to a bar to find a girl here, even a fun girl. There's always the Tinder route. Tinder does require that you actually put in the work every day. You cannot be lazy on there. You're going to need 2, 3, 4 hours a day on Tinder to actually make that have good results. You've got to hone your skill set on there as well too. So you've got to, you know, learn the craft of being on there properly. Opening up with just a hey usually isn't going to get you much or anything, or just a hi, unless like you're some kind of smoke show dude. You've got to come a bit more wittier than that. So if you're currently like popping through Tinder and not having any luck, it's just because you're saying hi or hey. Or being like overly aggressive then. Come up with something, try to look at their profile, figure out something that maybe you have in common, maybe see a picture of something, try to do something like that. But then you have to think, don't pick the obvious one that like every other dude's trying to do too, because that's like, I guess they coach that online now, so like other people are starting to do that same thing, or do. Try to be more unique about it. And again, not too personal and not too weird. Being weird is going to get you shot down like every single time. So don't be weird, guys. Pretty much, and you've got to have a little bit of cojones. You got to have the balls. You got to go out there and do it. You can't be scared of rejection. You're probably not going to get, unless you're like a real not good looking dude and super awkward, you probably won't get too much rejection here. They'll at least go out on one date to try the water if they're single. So you just have to go places where people are. You can go to Win Way. You can meet them on Win Way. You can meet on Bui Vien. You can meet in some bars. There's bars all over the city, not just in Bui Vien. Pretty much any kind of like social, you know, place is an okay place to meet a girl in Saigon. I'm going to speak specific on Saigon, but I think you can go all Vietnam. You can probably go use this knowledge in Thailand. You could probably use this knowledge in the Philippines as well. But we're going to kind of keep it more specific to the things applied in Vietnam, because that's That's what this video is about. People aren't asking me for advice in Thailand and the Philippines and stuff like this. So, other things I would say is I tend to not like a coffee date. I'm not a coffee date guy. I would rather have drinks. I think a drink date, cocktail drink, is a good first date. I don't necessarily think that I would do a dinner as a first date, because what if it's weird? What if she's weird? What if it's just you're feeling weird and you just want to get out of there? That drink date gives you an out pretty quickly. You know, you can have a 15-minute date if it's pretty bad, you know? You have the power to get out of there quickly. Now, if you lock into like a movie and a dinner, that's going to be like an awkward, long-term thing, long time process if it's not going well. So try to keep it to like, a chill drink date at first. If you guys hit it off, then maybe go for a dinner date and keep on it. Like, don't put huge spaces out. It's not like Western women where you got to space out your text and space out all this stuff and all this craziness. Here, you just go for it. If you like it, go for it. Don't be overly aggressive. But if you have one good date and you really like each other, set up another one the next day for dinner. Immediately get on it. And then set up another one. And then set up a movie date. Because going to the movie theater here is very popular. It's not like, I don't know how it is in America since I haven't been there in a while, but movies here are definitely a thing. And they're definitely a couple thing, like how it used to be back in the States back in the day. Like, going to a movie was a good date when, we were in high school and early college. And we've slowly gotten into the streaming environment. And I don't think as many people go out and see movies anywhere. The number one rule I'm going to tell you is be polite. Do not be a weirdo. Do not ask to do weird crap right away. If you want to try to, lay it down on the first date, that's up to you. Some will, some won't. Probably a general rule of thumb would be good to wait till 2 or 3 dates before that happens. Heavily drinking, that's fine. You can really figure out how someone is when they're pretty drunk. So that's a good way to see how the person's going to be. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to definitely do like a drinking night, maybe on Boy Vane one night, go dancing. The clubs I don't like that much. I do like Boy Vane for like kind of that first date kind of atmosphere, like second, third dates, because you can actually have a talk outside and not have music all in your ears. And then if you want to go inside and dance, you can pick one of the clubs and go inside and dance for a little bit. You can go to Hair of the Dog, chop it up. You can go to Miss Saigon, although Miss Saigon is egregiously overpriced now, so it's so expensive at Miss Saigon now. I don't go to Miss Saigon really at all anymore. I don't go to Boy Vane that much anymore. I don't think we've been there in a month. We might do a live stream there this weekend. I don't know. It's really not my thing because it's gotten pretty expensive and it's gotten extremely loud. It's like every club needs to think they have to play music louder than the other club, so it's kind of a bit weird. I'm very curious to check out the Korean barbecue place that is opening at the end where Crazy Buffalo Horses was, whatever it was called. I love messing that name up because it pisses off so many people. But you can really meet chicks pretty much anywhere here, and just be normal, be polite. The easiest way to get a phone number is to just pull out your phone and open it to like contacts or Zalo or WhatsApp. WhatsApp just uses a contact, but just opening up the Zalo has a pretty effective rate if you've done pretty good in the first minute of conversation. So that would be my recommended tip for you. And you've definitely got to just, go for it. Don't be afraid of rejection. You can meet them all over. Right? There's probably some of the same advice in here for women too if you're looking to date a Viet guy. I would think it would be even easier for you to date a Viet guy though. What is this? Hold on, let me mute this. I thought I had it muted. But now all of a sudden, no. So, I don't know of anything else to really say, guys. Go out there, put your, feelers out. Don't be afraid of rejection. Like I said, they'll give you body language confirmation that you can even go up to and have a conversation. Coffee shops, coffee places, malls, bars. I mean, you could even try the grocery store. Just make sure she doesn't have a ring on or got a baby with her. Well, maybe if you want a mama, you could do it that way. And then you could also you do a pay for play thing if you want, man. I mean, I've had some people come up to me lately that are, bless their hearts, great guys, but they're like really out of shape or not, need a bunch of work physically. Great guys, but need work physically. And if you've got money and you want that honey, that's go the sugar baby, sugar daddy route. I don't recommend this for everybody. I personally would never do that. It's not my thing. But if you really want it and it's kind of out of touch for you to actually do that with a skill set and looks, that's probably going to be the way that you'll achieve that. So, in all, I think you can meet a girl here. I think almost anybody can, of any looks, sizes. You don't need to pay for anything. It's very easy to meet a nice woman here. Treat her right. Treat her with respect. Vietnamese women are some of the most loyal, best women you can have on your side. Just treat them good and they'll treat you good. Treat people how you want to be treated. Alright guys, I hope this video helped some of you guys out. If you did like it, subscribe to the channel. If not, don't subscribe to the channel. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.